Do you use neopronouns?
Nope.
Well, even though the word neo comes from the Greek prefix new, these pronouns are older than you think. Neopronouns are alternative to gendered pronouns like he, she, and more common gender-neutral pronouns they, them. They include words like thon, which comes from the one, ze, they, and many others. Mostly they've been attributed to Tumblr-era internet, and they've not been taken seriously, but they're actually way older than this. For example, in 1920, Scottish author David Lindsay used the pronouns aya for a third gender alien species in his book A Voyage to Arcturus. What did come out of mid-2000s Tumblr era, though, were the type of neopronouns called noun-self pronouns, where people would elect a word or noun they felt resonated with them and their gender and use that as their pronouns. Kitty, kitty self, rose, rose self, frog, frog self, bun, bun self are all examples. Remember that languages change and adapt with use, and so much language has been pioneered by the LGBTQ+ community. Neopronouns are just another addition to the Rainbow Dictionary.
What the hell did you just say?
Kitty, kitty self, rose, rose self, frog, frog self, bun, bun self are all examples.
With all due respect, what the fuck are you talking about?
So that young lady with the mustache we just heard from in the first clip said that these noun-self neopronouns have not been taken seriously. If you say your pronouns are frog, frog self or kitty, kitty self, you are not a serious person and should never be taken seriously for any reason ever. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a fairly quick and very crazy Clown World update for you guys today, and as usual, we have very little time to waste, so let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this slightly husky individual, who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman, and calls himself a transman or trans lesbian, is wearing a jersey with a message on it that he wants everyone to see. Now, for our blind subscribers and people sitting way, way, way in the back, I will read the message aloud. His jersey says, "This is what trans looks like." What?
What is your fucking problem, man? Huh?
So there is a lot going on in the news right now. It's actually kind of hard to keep up with the news cycle, but I'll try to touch on a few of the things happening in today's video. So right now there are nationwide protests going on against President Trump, Elon Musk, and Doge. So we're going to keep it moving with this clip of a drag queen protesting against Trump in Washington, D.C. Roll it.
Charlies, oh my gosh, here I am at the protest of 5051. It is so exciting to be down here with so many people fighting the good fight and doing the good things, darlings. We have to get to the streets, make our voices heard, and don't forget, darlings, while you're doing it, stay gorgeous.
What the f*** is wrong with you?
Now that's how I know I'm on the right side of many of these issues. Because I'm not down there in D.C. protesting alongside that fella. Anyway, next up, another story in the news is this Delta Airlines flight that crashed in Toronto. Now, myself and many others have been predicting that this would start happening more frequently because of all of these DEI or diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives adopted by the airline industry. So next up, we have this video that is pinned to the Delta Airlines TikTok account. Roll it.
Did somebody say
Slave?
A few moments later.
holy oh my fucking god. Yo, I was just on this fucking plane.
What the hell is going on?
Democrats.
Now, miraculously, nobody lost their lives in that plane crash. However, there were some injuries. And let me just say this. If I ever have to fly anywhere, I want to look in and see Captain Sullenberger, also known as Captain Sully, sitting in that cockpit ready to get that tin can up in the sky. I think most of you know who I'm talking about. If you don't, Google it. Anyway, next up. So another story that's been in the news lately is President Trump's executive order banning biological men from women's sports. So here we have a biological man that identifies as a trans woman who is very upset about this. Roll it.
Hi, my name is Sadie Schreiner. I'm a trans athlete that competes in track and field, and today I was supposed to be competing in Boston University's Valentine Invitational. I paid the $120. They put me on the heat sheet. They accepted my entry, and I was perfectly ready to go and drive down to Boston, just like I did a year before. Less than 24 hours before I was supposed to step on the track to compete, Boston University sent me this email claiming that the executive order barred me from competing. Despite Massachusetts law, despite their own transgender policy, and despite me being an unattached athlete, they banned me without any investigation or discussion, which means that should any other woman be going to compete at Boston University for any reason, unattached or part of a school, they can simply say to you, we think you were assigned male at birth, and so we're not going to allow you to compete. I want to make this video to document how universities were responding to the recent executive order and show that they're not looking at federal documents, they're not looking at my passport or my birth certificate, they're not even simply calling me before banning me. They are hearing word that I was assigned male at birth, and that is enough for them to ban any athlete they want to. They are not going to be the only university who takes such drastic measures, and it sets a really scary precedent for how the future of women athletics are going to work, because if you don't conform to what they think is a female athlete, they're not going to let you compete.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All right, next up we have this lovely lady who is under the impression that somebody is taking antidepressants away from women. I think. I'm not really quite for sure exactly what she's going on about here. Roll it.
MAGA men are so screwed. Who's gonna serve you? Who's gonna do your laundry, clean your house? Make sure the bills are paid. I mean, you may bring home the money, but, you know, the one that makes sure the bills are paid is the woman. Who's gonna take care of your kids? Who's gonna drive your kids through school? Who's gonna cook? Yeah, because, you know, when they take antidepressants away from women, you better run.
Okay. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. Now, wait for it. I think this is what they call catfishing. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by none other than Pastor Bob Rogers. Pastor Bob, thank you so much, sir, for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate the support. And I want to give a big shout out to today's honorable mentions, Pastor Bob Rogers, Tired Mama, The Real Bambi Hoofs, Lisa Perry, and Wendy Gavozdich for each leaving a super thanks on the last video. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. So once again, today's video sponsor is Pastor Bob Rogers, with the honorable mentions going to Pastor Bob Rogers, Tired Mama, The Real Bambi Hoofs, Lisa Perry, and Wendy Gavozdich. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've all seen enough of this for one day. Get this off the screen, please.
But you know, you can't, you can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
All right, next up we have this individual who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman, and he says that he doesn't have to give birth to prove that he's a woman. Roll it.
Hey guys, it's Kelsey. So, how you guys doing? Let me know.
Whoa, you have a deep voice.
Today I'm wearing my baby dress. You know what kind of baby don't cry? A dead one. But anyways, the reason I'm making this post is because I've had a lot of people say, well, you're trans, you'll never receive a baby or have a baby or experience the beautiful joy. Well, I've been on hormones 10 years, and I've never wanted a baby. I don't like kids. And you know what? I don't have to like kids. I don't have to give birth to, prove that I'm a woman. It's none of your business. So, grow up.
Yeah, well, you're one sick, miserable, evil SOB.
All right, next up we have yet another video from this group of slightly rotund young ladies who call themselves the plus-size park hoppers, and they film themselves bouncing from theme park to theme park, eating anything and everything in sight. Roll it.
5 plus-size best friends on our very first day at Disneyland. We started our day at Jolly Holiday, where Deanna had a fresh baked cinnamon roll. It was so fresh and way better than any Disney World cinnamon roll. I had the egg bacon croissant, and it was really good. We even had hollandaise sauce on it, which is my favorite. Sarah had that too. Ashley had the grilled cheese with tomato basil soup. The soup was incredible, and the grilled cheese was pretty good too. Look at that cheese pull. Then me, Sarah, and Ashley shared the raspberry macaron. This was filled with fresh raspberries and raspberry cream. It was definitely on the sweeter side, but delicious. I would honestly probably go back just for that. Later on, Deanna and Sarah stopped for pretzels. Deanna got the Mickey pretzel and Sarah got the cream cheese pretzel, which is filled with a sweet cream cheese filling. These were pretty solid, but there are definitely better snacks out there. For lunch, we headed to Cafe Daisy, where Ashley and I shared a cheesy pizza flopover. This is basically a pizza that's flopped over. Sarah got a pepperoni pizza flopover. These were pretty good in the realm of theme park pizza. Definitely better than Pizzafari. I'm sorry to all you Pizzafari lovers out there. Katie was able to get a gluten-free pizza flop over. Deanna got Minnie's mini corn dogs and actually said she liked them better than Casey's Corner. And she really likes Casey's Corner. Later on, Sarah was feeling peckish, so she stopped for some popcorn. And she also wanted to try the buffalo chicken dip at the snack cart near the castle. She really liked it. From the same snack cart, I got a pickle and a corn on the cob. I don't know if it was just the novelty or what, but I loved these. I don't know what it was about the corn, but it was so good that we all ended up getting one. You all recommended that we try the chocolate chip cookies.
You're all a bunch of fat f***ing pigs.
Now, some of you may recall a clip I played in a video a while ago where the DEI mayor of Philadelphia was leading a chant for Philly's football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, and she couldn't spell the word Eagles. Well, she's back in the news. Roll it.
Reminded us all through their excellence that nothing is possible when we work together as a team.
What did you say?
Reminded us all through their excellence that nothing is possible when we work together as a team.
You're an idiot.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of Rachel Maddow blatantly lying to her viewers. I didn't even know MSNBC still had any viewers, but that's neither here nor there. And then Jesse Waters of Fox News comes in and drops a truth bomb on her. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
Elon Musk has apparently somehow convinced the United States government, specifically the United States Department of State, that the taxpayers of the United States of America should spend $400 million buying, quote, armored Tesla production units. Isn't it great and definitely not at all illegal or profoundly corrupt? Definitely not ripping us all off to pay themselves, right?
Donald Trump didn't give that contract to Elon Musk. Joe Biden gave it to him.
2, 10, 12, 15. Oops, stepping on them. It's black. Anyway.